Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Alastair and this is the Hoka Challenger 8. This one is very much still a road to trail running shoe, so it's not really designed to be going all mountain on highly technical trails. Sure, you could do it, but there are better running shoes out there for that use case. It's not a hugely radical update from version 7, which, by the way, for the record, I really did like. And if you are looking at that shoe now, maybe because you want to pick up a deal, I'd recommend checking out that review to learn more about that shoe. The Challenger 8 does come with some subtle updates that, in my opinion, make it a better trail running shoe. It has a really refined fit, better traction, and that same soft, stable ride that I really liked on a previous version. They cost $155, which now puts it very much in line with the Hoka Speedgoat 6. Same price. So if you're really not sure which one of those shoes to go for, this one or the Speedgoat 6, definitely follow that link up there. I put an article together that compares the two shoes, how they perform in different scenarios, and ultimately that will help you find the best running shoe for you and your needs. They weigh 9.5 ounces or 265 grams. That's for size US men's 9, my pair. They have a drop of 7 millimeters from heel to toe. The upper is super comfortable. It's using 100% recycled material on there. It is breathable, and the collars around here, the heel counter, which is articulated and has a good amount of flex to it, are just super comfortable to slip on. This is definitely, for me, the most comfortable Hoka trail running shoe right now. The midsole is using a compression molded EVA foam. It has a really nice balance. It feels very soft, but it maintains stability and it has a good amount of response as well, meaning it bounces back and springs back when you compress it. The outsole is using Hoka's Durabrasion rubber compound. Now, it's not Vibram Mega Grip, so this is one of the downsides to this shoe, and it's one of the reasons it's not the best all-mountain trail running shoe, just because the rubber compound isn't quite as effective as some of the other trail running shoe offerings from Hoka, like the Speedgoat series and the Mafat as well. And they have 4mm lugs, so not incredibly deep, but certainly capable enough for most things. Some additional features then include some reflective highlights. You've also got this finger pull at the rear to make them easier to slip on. And also the last in the shoe has been improved to improve the fit overall. So I think more people with different foot shapes are going to enjoy the fit in this one for sure. When it comes to sizing and fit, they are very much true to size, so go with your usual sizing. Now, the toe box does have a little bit of extra room in there, which is really nice. So if you are a fan of the Speedgoat, or you didn't get on with the Speedgoat because the toe box was too tight and a little bit triangular, then you're really going to like these because there is more room, and the fit for me is just spot on. It really is fantastic. The lockdown within the shoe is really good as well, so there's no heel slip. The lacing system here is very traditional, but it just works, and it's very easy to get that nice perfect fit very quickly. Collars and the heel counter are all very padded, but also the tongue is very padded too. Not like the Speedgoat series or the Mafat, the most recent release of that, which was August the 1st. This one is actually a really nice soft tongue, and I'd love to see Hoka bring a tongue like this to the Speedgoat and the Mafat series. It would just make the comfort levels so much better. If you know you have wide feet, then there is a wide version available as well, so just go with that version. If you're enjoying this review so far, please give a video a like. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. It really helps the channel, but also comment on the video. I want to get your opinions of running shoes that I review, because that will help future subscribers or current subscribers. It'll help them decide whether or not the shoe I'm reviewing is going to be right for them. So yeah, drop all your comments on this shoe, or just let me know what your favorite Hoka trail running shoe is. Love to hear it. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. I always keep things genuine, honest, and as insightful as possible to help you decide whether or not the shoe I'm currently reviewing is going to be best for you and your needs. But if at any point maybe I've missed something in my reviews, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Well, congratulations, you made it to my performance review. This is my favorite part of every review because I get to share my experience running with the shoes. And this one for me is a real winner. I absolutely love it. I love the previous version, but this one goes that little step further in terms of how the ride feels, but also the comfort levels in the upper. So I'm going to start with the midsole and the ride that this shoe gives. So first off, you can see the geometry. There is a rockered geometry to this. All that means is the shoe will give you a nice transition from heel landing to toe takeoff. But it performs really well whether you heel strike or you strike towards your forefoot. So whatever kind of stride you have, this shoe does perform really well. I tested it, so I know that for certain. So the transition is really good, but it's not just the geometry that's doing it. It is this EVA foam, which is really nice and soft, but it does bounce back and it's not plush. So you don't get an unstable shoe. The midsole does also rise up around your foot on both sides, giving you somewhat of a cage or a structure that actually supports and stabilizes your foot within the shoe. That support on the run is really noticeable. It makes it a much more stable shoe when you consider the fact that the midsole is nice and soft, meaning it's going to be good for hard surfaces like running on the roads, but also light trails as well. And if you want to go long distances, the comfort level on here is next level, to be honest, so you can really run as long as you like in these shoes on any terrain. Just don't go for anything too technical. Now, although the Challenger 8 is very ever so slightly heavier than the previous version, it feels just as nimble, doesn't feel like a heavy shoe, and that's because it's not. If you are looking at some of the specs on paper and you're thinking whether you should get this one or the previous version, I definitely recommend going with a newer one. There have been refinements that definitely make it a better shoe. Moving on to the outsole, it is still using duo-abrasion rubber, and that was one of my downsides on the previous version, and the fact that the lugs aren't all that aggressive. They are multi-directional now, which makes the traction much better than the previous version, and the outsole does kind of get inset more, meaning there is more range in the outsole. So if you are running on wet, mud, that kind of stuff, then you will get better traction than a previous version. But it's not Vibram Mega Grip, so the rubber compound isn't going to be as good on stuff like wet, slick rocks. But this shoe really is designed as a all-terrain shoe in terms of being able to run on roads really well, but also light trails really well. It's not an all-mountain trail running shoe. If that's something you're looking for, definitely either watch my best all-mountain trail running shoes roundup there, or head over to my roundup on alastairrunning.com. That will point you in the right direction for the best all-mountain trail running shoes for you. And this one really does feel just as good on the roads as it does on light trails. Honestly, it breezes across the transition really, really well. So if you do have to run to your trailhead, then you're not going to be worrying about a shoe that's too firm or just not going to perform well on roads, because this does. I've also been using mine for dog walks and taking my dog Kepler to the park and just walking around the neighborhood, doing lifestyle things, just going out to restaurants, all that kind of stuff. I actually really enjoy this one because it is just so comfortable and breathable. One thing to note, if you are running on the roads, you will notice that kind of clawing sound as the aggressive lugs are trying to dig into asphalt or concrete. That's just something that, you know, that's a natural thing because the outsole is a lot more aggressive than a road running shoe. It's not that noticeable, and to be honest, it's nice knowing that your shoe is going to be better prepared than most if you are walking around town or you're taking a shoe on holiday or vacation. It's nice knowing that the outsole is going to be more than capable. All in all, for a road to trail running shoe, then performance on this one is next level. It's 10 out of 10 for me. I absolutely love it. It is currently ranking #1 on my best Rotor Trail running shoes roundup, and for good reason. If you're wondering where this one placed on my best Rotor Trail running shoes roundup on alastairrunning.com, well, you'll just have to go and visit that post up there. That's always kept up to date. As and when I review Rotor Trail running shoes, that list will get updated. Very quickly then, how does this one compare to the previous version? Well, first off, the fit has been refined, so it is certainly a lot more comfortable in the upper now, and there's a little bit more room in the toe box. There is more foam in the midsole, but that does make it much softer and a much smoother ride. It also makes it a touch heavier. Really not noticeable by any means, but it's there. The outsole is of course more grippy as well. It's more aggressive on their multi-directional lugs, and there's more inset areas, making it better for muddy trails as well. It's still super versatile and smooth in the transition, but it just feels more dialed in overall. And it's certainly worthy of an upgrade if you are looking at buying this one. Is it worth $155 then? Well, yes, if you've been watching this video closely, I think it's pretty clear I really like this one. It is currently my favorite Rotor Trail running shoe, for all the reasons I've outlined in this review. It's super comfortable, the ride is next level, the transition is just fantastic. I like the fact the drop isn't too high, it's a medium drop, so you're able to have a nice natural footfall. So whether you do strike towards your heel or your midfoot, you have a really nice cushioned ride underfoot, and transition works really well all the way across the shoe. So it's a super versatile shoe in terms of what it can do, but also who it's going to be good for. If you've tried the shoe, I want you to let me know what you thought of it as well. Have you found it to be incredibly comfortable and versatile, as I have? Or maybe you're new to the channel and you just want to introduce yourself to say hello. Or if you've got a question about this shoe that I didn't cover in this review, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. I reply to everyone. Well, thanks for watching this Hoka Challenger 8 review. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gave you the insights to help you decide whether or not it's going to be for you. If you did enjoy the video, please give the video a like. Remember to comment and subscribe to the channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.